Kalamazoo's Real Rock Station, 92.5, the ZUU. It's Taz with the Big Dumb Radio Show. I've been talking about this show for about a month now. The Pedal to the Metal Tour coming to Kellogg Arena in Battle Creek, well, tomorrow. And we are very lucky to have Ryan from Mudvayne, bass player. How you doing, Ryan?
Good, man. How are you?
I'm doing good. You guys actually in Michigan yet?
I don't know where I'm at right now.
Well, if it's humid as hell, you can swim through the moisture in the air. You're in Michigan.
I think we're in Indiana, so it's not quite swimming yet, but the air is slightly fluid, I would say.
Well, you guys are definitely getting close. We got 88 degrees here, man, but no big deal. Pedal to the Metal Tour, how's this thing working out for you? You guys just kicked this off, I believe, on July 24th, right?
Yeah, something like that. It's been going great. We've got great bands out here, cool variety show, Hell's a Poppin'. Man, there's something for everybody on this tour. It's killer.
Now, everybody knows Black Label Society, you guys, Mudvayne, the two headlining acts. You got Static X there and Bury Your Dead. What's this Hell's a Poppin' thing? Like, I've never even heard about this. It's something going on between acts. What's up?
Yeah, I mean, if you're into the slightly macabre or just interesting freak show type activities, whether it be a bed of nails or somebody piercing something through their skin, their mouth, and coming out the bottom under their chin, things like that. It's all sorts of wonderful little freak show variety things. If anybody's familiar with Jim Rose, you could draw comparisons there.
People in Mudvayne's fan base, so to speak, that like the sick, the twisted, the nasty, they're going to like this thing in between acts.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot better than Dead Air or listening to the same old rock tunes, AC/DC, Metallica, all the same stuff in between the shows and go get a beer. Well, go get a beer, but watch the show. I mean, actually very talented people and have some really cool things that you should pay attention to. You won't see it anywhere else.
You can watch some guys get some freaking nails going through their back and stuff.
It's crazy.
Ryan, I want to talk a little bit about the new album. Not so much new. It was released in November. It's hard to believe that, it's been a year since the new game was released.
Yeah, it's, and for us, it's even older than that. We had it in our pockets for a minute, too, so I think we're ready to move forward and get another record out to everybody. We'll see if that happens this year or not, but we've got another one in our pockets, and we've been enjoying, the success of this one and the response from everybody has been really positive for the new game, and can't wait to hand in another one. It's going to be killer. The next one's going to be a little different and maybe unexpected for some people. So I think it's going to make a lot of people happy, though.
And this one is a little bit more different than, say, LD50 and all the other Mudvayne stuff. My favorite one, The End of All Things to Come. It has a little more rock and roll feel to it. What was different with the writing process of the new game as opposed to those two albums?
Nothing at all. The only place the only thing that would be different is just where we did it at. But we do that every time. We always go somewhere different to write a record. So, the approach is always the same, and we're not the band that is going to say, hey, it has to be, the most brutal record ever, or, where it's going to be the fastest thing you've ever heard, or, we just go in and, see what everybody has up their sleeve. Greg always has some amazing ideas. So we start there and start throwing things around, and all of a sudden the album kind of starts to take shape, and you go, whoa, this album kind of sounds like this. And that's what's happened with every record, and that's what happened with the new game, too. But it's interesting that it did turn out that way, and that people are connecting to that vibe. I think it's a great thing.
It is a great thing. The album, new game, it's in stores now. You got to go pick that up. Tickets are still available for the Pedal to the Metal Tour. Battle Creek's Kellogg Arena tomorrow. Show starts at 6 o'clock. Mudvayne being one of the headlining acts. We can't wait for this. We were just talking about the writing process, and you said you guys already have something in the pocket. What is the future as far as Chad and Greg with Hell Yeah? Because I've heard some rumors. Vinnie Paul said this, Vinnie Paul said that. What are those guys going to do with Hell Yeah, and what's the future of Mudvayne looking like in a time frame, so to speak?
You'll have to ask them. I don't have anything to do with their camp, so any information, you'd have to ask Chad or Greg, man.
Good news is Mudvayne's got some stuff in the works, and you guys have no plans of ever stopping. We can't wait to see you. What other stuff do we got here? I heard a rumor, this isn't a rumor, this was actually fact, that you were giving bass lessons on your last U.S. trek. Are you doing anything like that with the Pedal to the Metal Tour?
No, that was a one-shot kind of thing. It was an opportunity for me to be, up close and personal with fans of my playing, with fans of the band. but specifically bass players. It's kind of a cool thing to be able to sit down with somebody every day. Besides, it's so boring out here. It was actually something really refreshing to do, to have something new to do every day instead of just the same old grind. So it was an awesome experience. I hope that the people who sat down with me had a good time, and I mean, I know I did. So I feel like I benefited from it, and I think there's some reciprocal energy going there with every person that I sat down with. So I feel fortunate to have had the opportunity to do that.
Playing bass with one half of probably what I think is the best rhythm section in metal right now would definitely be an honor for a lot of people. I know a lot of people took advantage of that. Was the response pretty good for that?
Yeah, it was great. I just did one person per market, so as to be able to focus my energy on them and not be all scattered and thinking about, well, who's next and what do I have to do next. Just kept it very simple and straightforward, and we'd sit down and have a chat and play some bass. It was that simple, and I got a great deal of joy out of doing it. But it's not something I'm going to do every time, and not something I wish to do. It's one of those things that while I was doing it, during the lesson, I'm like, man, this is hard, being a teacher. But then after the fact, I'm like, well, man, I'm really looking forward to tomorrow's lesson and to meeting another person and seeing where they're at, what they're playing, and seeing if I have any tricks up my sleeve that can help them get over a hump or just something they haven't seen before. It was a really cool experience, man.
Well, I know you definitely made some people's life by having the lessons come straight from you, and you were doing Mudvayne songs, so they know exactly how to play it and everything. Ryan, you're one of the best. I have one more question for you. Do you have any insight as to why Dope dropped off the bill? Because when the thing was first announced, Dope was there, then they're gone. Greg's brother is in the band. What happened with Dope?
I have no idea. I heard, rumors are really ugly. But I heard that somebody was ill or something family ill, so it was a good reason why they dropped off. There's nothing that came into our camp that was like, oh, they're taking off and oh, they're screwed up. No, it was all just pro. They couldn't do the tour, so unfortunately they couldn't be out here with us.
Personal reasons. We would definitely love to see Dope on the Pedal to the Metal tour. Ryan, thanks once again for being on the show. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow at the Kellogg Arena. Go kill it.
Thanks, brother. We'll see you soon.